I brought you all out here today is because we're going to start on our project, which is the siting of the Whitewater Park along the Perrine Coulee. Right? So we've talked about this a little bit, but I want you to think back a little while back about when we were talking about flow and flow rate and how we measure flow, and you're going to apply all that knowledge that you've already learned. Okay? So in real life, first of all, what do you need if you're going to have a whitewater park?
Lots of water.
You're going to need lots of water. What else do you need to have a whitewater park?
Slope.
You need slope. You guys are thinking too much like scientists here.
A
The
kayak.
answer is in the question here. What do you
Whitewater?
need? You need whitewater,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Right? You need rapids, right? Don't think too deep here, right? So if you're walking along a stream, right, what type of areas typically have whitewater? Places that have slope. What was some of the other things? that
Yeah,
people said?
constriction,
High
rocks.
water flow.
Constriction.
High water flow. What?
Big rocks.
Constriction, big rocks. Okay, so we're all kind of narrowing this down to certain types of areas. Not all areas of a stream have whitewater, right? Now we're going to have to get really specific here because we're looking for a specific type of whitewater called a hydraulic jump. So we just got done talking about flumes, partial flumes in particular, and what causes a hydraulic jump in a partial flume?
The slope meeting the flat.
The slope and also what?
Constriction?
And the constriction, right? Both the things which, so you already know kind of what we're looking for here, right? So we need slope and constriction, right? What does the constriction do to the flow rate? It increases it, right? The flow rate is going to go up.
Velocity.
The
area
velocity,
goes
right?
up.
So we got to be more specific about it. So who remembers the flow equation? If you don't know this by now, you're in trouble, right? I've failed if you haven't. So Q equals V times A. Hopefully, this should be ingrained in you by now, right?
Yeah.
So, what we want to do is take this to apply, we want to apply this equation to our stream here to figure out where we're going to get whitewater. Now, if we're looking at a flume, right, we have an area of convergence, right? So, convergence, right? So all the water is coming together like this. And what's happening to the area in the convergence zone?
Smaller.
It's becoming smaller. Okay, so my area goes down. If Q is constant, what must happen to velocity? Yeah, it goes up, right? So then we increase it now this way to an area of divergence, and then what's happening in that particular section? Area goes up, velocity goes down. And if we have sufficient slope in all of this, then at the bottom of this, what do we get?
A little rapid.
Hydraulic jump.
We get a little rapid, which we call a hydraulic jump, right? Now, a flume is a man-made structure, right? But we can apply the same principle from flumes and from the flow equation to find an area where we're going to get hydraulic jump. But we want to focus specifically, in this case, on what we get with the flow equation. So we're going to focus on a rapid change in area, right, to see a change in velocity. We want to find an area where we get convergence and divergence, right? So you're going to have to be able to measure channel area. We've already done that, right?
Right.
So do I need to go over that again, a refresher of how to measure channel area? Okay.
No.
All right. So your task today is to find 3 sections along the coulee. I'm going to break you into groups of 2 or 3, and you're going to find 3 sections along your stretch where you get convergence and divergence of flow, where you might get a hydraulic jump. And really what we're looking at is a change in area. We're not so concerned about slope, though we already know how to do that, right? But we're going to focus in particular today on just this rapid change in area to give us a change in velocity, which is a precursor to hydraulic jump. And then at the end of the discussion, or the end of the lesson, you're going to come out here and decide if that might make a good spot for a whitewater park. Okay, that's it. Perfect. All right.